Now, we don't know a lot about, we know that Bonnie and Murray both grew up in Morden, but we don't know exactly when Cupid struck. So, my first hat, I think I'd ask George. Yes, George.
And it fits you good.
I'm speculating here, but I'm thinking that maybe it went this way. That now, Bonnie told me that someone asked her at a party one time, when did you first meet Murray? And she said, to tell you the truth, I don't know, because I grew up with Murray. I knew him my whole life. So how many people can say that, right? But anyway, so you have to speculate, when did Cupid strike? And so I'm thinking that maybe it went like this. Maybe, you know that Murray worked with Walter down in the wares and everything, and maybe they were down there on a cold spring day, and he was walking along with his ear-leg cap, and Bonnie looked across the beach and she said, I'm getting a piece of that. Now, we don't know, but you know, it could have happened that way, right? We just don't know.
You're just jealous, Jimmy. Or Johnny, I got a better hat.
We think, when the relationship progressed, now what I hear is that there was a parking spot a little further down the road. I can't speak from personal experience.
Hers all valley stuff.
But, we can imagine that that Bonnie and Murray knew where this spot was. I think they referred to it as a gravel pit, but like I said, your conjecture. I don't know, it might be true and it might not. But we know that things progressed, and Bonnie and Murray got married, and they shortly moved to Halifax. They started a family. Jeff and Colin came along, and I'm thinking that somebody must have been a strict disciplinarian in that family to have two boys in law enforcement. Like, what are the odds of that happening, right? But Bonnie and Murray never forgot about us out here. They came out on weekends.
That's not a Russell hat.
They continued to come out here on weekends, and they had lots of friends in the community, as you can see here tonight. And so they've been a big part of Morden's history. Now, shortly after they moved to Halifax, they met Les and Diane. And they got to be very good friends. Like we were going to get into. They took lots of vacations together, and they really liked to go south. Now you have to speculate about these trips south, because here you got these four people that we know to be serious party goers in a place where it's free booze and free food, and I wish I was a mouse in the corner so I could see what these four get up to when they're together, right? But as the saying goes...
You know, dear, you never will know.
What goes on in the South stays in the South. Oh yes, and here's my liberal hat. That one's self-explanatory. Do I know more about that one? Talk about politics or religion.
No, you haven't.
Now, the next little hat I have in here, I call the dress-up hat. I got a couple stories about dressing up.
Oh, Jesus.
Jimmy knows he's going to be in this story.
Yeah. Starting to go downhill now.
The first story involves, again, Diane, who like to go to Grafton Street Dinner Theater in Halifax occasionally. Now, I have heard that Murray has been known to be on stage in a grass skirt. But that is no surprise to anybody more. Several of us were involved in a little skit up at the Stevens home a number of years ago.
It's bad, Murray.
You're right.
It's bad.
Murray was, how can I say this? He was playing the part of a passionate lover.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to get into the details about what the skit was about or anything, because that has to remain between Murray and Jiminy. Later they might divulge their Yeah, the next hats I call my dancing hats. Oh, Lord. Not look nice on you. Gertrude, you want to wear one of my dancing hats? A couple of stories about dancing. When I first started coming over to Morton, I was about 17. And Nadine and I used to sneak into the dances here at the hall. And well, yeah, we had to, right? We're younger age. Anyway, and you know that the people who were ahead of us in years sort of have to you know, teach things to the younger generation. And Nadine and I were very observant. We were like sponges. We took it all in, right?
Absolutely, because it had to be right.
Exactly. So we watched Bonnie and Murray and learned the intricate steps of the Morton Stomp. Great teachers. Great teachers. We got it down pat. We learned overnight, right? We learned it one night. But really good teachers. Anyway, the next story, I have to confess, was told to me by Murray, so it's all true. Truth is funnier than fiction. This involves a trip that Murray and Bonnie took to Dundee in Cape Breton. They went through the company, and you know that Murray was employed with Hal Term's very illustrious career, and which he's enjoying the benefits of now, by my dad. Anyway, he was there with Hal Term, and they took a whole bunch of clients with them. And the story goes like this. Murray's sitting at the table, and keep in mind that Bonnie's watching because she knows that he's had few. Not too bad, but few. So he said he looked across the table and he said his boss's wife, he could tell wanted to dance. And he said, I'm the man who put her on the floor. So Murray said we get on the floor. And he said at first things went great. He said, we were dancing around there just like crows. But he said, oh, I swung her this way. And he said, and then I swung her around the other way. And he said, when she came back that time, we failed to make a connection. And he says, she went ass over pig's ears. And he says, and me right aboard. Bonnie's sitting there thinking, oh my God, he's going to be fired. Murray said that flat-footed son of a bitch must have had a sense of humor because I still had my job.